Hello, hello. Welcome to Walter's Rear Window, a podcast hosted by yours truly, Maya and Claire.
Our podcast is based in Portland, Oregon, and we'll be covering everything from movies and films, trendy local food spots, to whatever else pops into our mind. Merry Christmas, everybody, I guess.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so as the release of this episode, it will officially be Christmas Eve. And Maya and I, what's your Christmas like? What's usually?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I'm such in the holiday spirit. I don't know, I get very excited about the little Christmas details. I really love when I see all the lights on the trees and when it actually gets a little bit cold and you can start drinking peppermint things without people judging you because I love peppermint. But I think let's see, my Christmas. Okay, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody who's having a wonderful Christmas and holiday season. In my house, I grew up Catholic, so we always celebrated Christmas. And there were times when I was younger where we would do a bunch of different things. We weren't super religious growing up, so Christmas was more about giving gifts and having fun than religious ceremony. So we didn't do a lot of that. It was much more hanging out. And it was very interesting because I lived on the other side of the country for my grandparents at the time. So it really depended on the year. The structure for Christmas could be totally different. I have had many different Christmases in my lifetime, or variations of Christmas. Obviously, I've had many Christmases in my life, but variations of Christmases. That can range from literally, my family sometimes travels on Christmas because it's cheaper. So sometimes my Christmas day is entirely spent on an airplane. And then sometimes we will go and visit my grandparents, and that means splitting it up between my dad's side and my mom's side because they actually are from the same area. So it's taken many forms. I could give you the general one, but give me an idea of what your Christmas is like.
Well, I grew up Buddhist, so Christmas is not really our main holiday. We are more into the New Year's, and that's more of our holiday. But we've always had gifts exchanged on Christmas. And I went to a Buddhist school, and usually during Christmas time, they would do cultural exchanges to kind of learn about world religion, etc. So we would learn about Hanukkah and Christmas and that sort of thing.
That's so cool. Yeah. I think you have a very interesting perspective as well because you grew up in Taiwan, right? So a lot of this is from that perspective. Whereas I grew up in the US and Christmas was in the US, Christmas is a huge deal, So I think there's no avoiding it regardless of what religion you practice. You will see some pieces of it at the mall or on the road, it's just a very big holiday.
It's interesting in Asia, in a little bit in Taiwan, and also I know in Japan, Christmas is really more of Valentine's Day. It's more of a holiday for couples more than anything.
That's right. You told me about this.
Yeah. I know, especially in Japan and also a little bit in Taiwan, it really a celebration for couples. You would get together, you would get cake, and then you would look at the lights and stuff like that because it's very romantic. And there are a lot of shops, especially cafes, that would do specialty couples Christmas drinks and stuff like that.
I kind of love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm really curious.
So much a religious holiday, rather it's more of a holiday for couples.
That's
interesting. If that makes sense. I think a lot of it is because in Taiwan especially, and also in Japan, Christianity is not the majority of the religion. It's really more of a minority. So it's not so much of a religious holiday for the majority of people. And so that's why it became sort of a couple's Christmas phenomenon.
That's
However,
so interesting.
I know that in Korea, it's definitely a religious holiday because Christianity is more of a prominent.
Right. That's so interesting. Didn't you also say KFC was really a huge deal?
So in Japan, the Christmas tradition is to get a bucket of KFC and a strawberry cake.
Oh my God, that's so cute. Wait, I kind of love that. Wait, Claire, we should do, oh my God.
That's because I think it was in the 80s or the 90s or maybe even the 70s. I'm not sure which decade, but around that time, KFC did a huge marketing campaign in Japan that was Christmas time, you need to get a bucket of chicken. And the marketing campaign worked really, really well. And so now it's kind of a tradition.
That is so funny. I love how this stuff happens because that's exactly how traditions are made. Just the stuff stuff we're doing is essentially that, but years and years and years and years before KFC was a thing. And so like, I don't know, it's so fascinating.
In the same way, it's kind of how Christianity took off in Korea, right?
Exactly.
Like, they saw an opening, like they just went in, and then Christianity didn't used to be the prominent religion in Korea. It used to be like Korean Shinto or like Buddhism or something like that. And but then during the Korean War, a lot of because a lot of American forces were there, they kind of came in and saw and flourished. Yeah,
we know how that goes.
We know how that goes.
Yes, I was just thinking we should do like a little celebration, you and I, and it should be like literally how you celebrated Christmas growing up and how I celebrated Christmas growing up. So like I would make you a little Christmas thing based off of how I celebrated Christmas and vice versa, which I think would be so cute.
Yeah, that would be really cute.
When I was growing up, like it's funny, I had very traditional Christmas. So it was very much like family day, very much like I have 3 younger sisters and all of us loved Christmas. Obviously, it was like the gift day, so we were jazzed. But we weren't like really super religious for us. Like we had been to midnight mass once or twice, but it was never like, we weren't like, oh my God, I'm so excited for midnight mass. We were like, I'm so excited for the breath. So it was like a very different vibe. But we would always get really excited the night before. And my sisters and I, up until we were like 15, like would all sleep in the same room. Yeah, no, it was really cute. And none of us would be able to sleep. So it'd just be like an entire night of tossing and turning. And it was basically like a sister sleepover. And then I was always the first person to wake up because I'm an early riser, like just naturally. And I mean, I go to bed super early. So as long as I go to bed at like my normal time, I'm up as early as like 5 in the morning every day. And on Christmas, because I was like excited about it, like I would be up at like 4:30. So all my sisters like hated me because I was that person. I was like, get up, because I can't go upstairs until you guys go upstairs. So we all have to get up at the same time. And they would always yell at me. And then I would drag them upstairs, and my parents would always be exhausted because they'd been doing Christmas setup, and bang on the door. We'd be like, it's time. And then my dad would inevitably be like, give me a half an hour more of sleep. So we would sit on the stairs for half an hour. And then they would come out with a little video camcorder, like a video tape recorder, and they would make us sing Christmas carols before we could go and open our presents. So, it was like, yeah, no, it wasn't because they were like, oh, this is so cute. It was because they thought it was hilarious. Like they knew they were torturing us. And so there are a bunch of home videos of all of us angrily singing Christmas carols on the stairs before they release us like maniacs into the Christmas room. But then, yeah, they would let us out and we would open up. There would always be stockings. So like and a bunch of like little knick-knacky, cute little things, snacks and like lip balms and stuff like that in the stockings with little stocking stuffers. And then there would always be a pile of gifts under the tree. So we would go and we would tear into all the stockings and open everything up. And it would always be like a whirlwind because it was like almost like a race. We would all do it at once. And then after that's done, we would go and eat Christmas breakfast. And then come back one by one. We would each of us at the same time, would get to take one present from under the tree and open it up at the same time. So that was like kind of how it went. And then we would all like basically parade around in everything that we got for Christmas. Like one year, Mimi got a giant turtle shell and she wore that for like the entire week after Christmas. So like it just kind of becomes one of those fun little like fashion show experiences. But yeah, that was always like my Christmas morning. My parents always did a really good job of making it like super magical. It was always my favorite holiday for sure.
Do you have like a particularly memory of a very memorable gift that you got? Like something you really, really wanted and then you got?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I mean, all my answers would be so lame because like when I was a kid, I really liked toys, but like we grew up during iPhone era, you know? So like it was when I was a kid, I didn't get a phone until I was in 8th grade, which I think was pretty normal for our generation. Like that was around the time that people started getting phones. Now it's like if you're in like 3rd grade, you have a phone. But like I was like 13 when I got my first phone. And my first phone was a Motorola flip phone. It was awesome. It was red and it like flipped upwards and outwards. So like it was like one of those cool like, I don't know, it was kind of like, I'm trying to think of like a switchblade almost, but not. And so it was like one of those phones and I really loved it. My uncle had gotten it for me for my birthday. And my parents had sworn up and down that I wasn't going to get a phone until I was in high school. So I was so excited because I felt like I had gotten away with something. And I had the flip phone. I loved the flip phone. It was awesome. But then my friends started getting iPhones when I was in high school. And I like desperately wanted an iPhone. I wanted one so bad. And I begged my parents and begged them and begged them. And finally on Christmas, I opened my present and I got like, it was like 5th iPhone. Like, so it was like, you know, like huge, entirely made of like completely shatterable glass, just like, and I was not ready for the responsibility. I'm pretty sure I shattered it like within the month. But yeah, like that was probably my most like excited thing. I'm trying to think because I've definitely gotten like other things where like, oh my God, this is the best day ever. When I got my laptop, that was super exciting because I had also only had hand-me-down computers for a long time. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I really want like a MacBook. I really want a MacBook. So like it's all like boring stuff like that. What about you? Did you ever have like one specific gift that you were like, oh my God, this is so awesome?
So my mom did Christmas a little bit differently. She just gave me cash. She just gave me
Okay,
cash
well, I mean, there you go. So you're like, I got to pick. So like, what was the year that you picked something that you were like, oh my God, I cannot wait to pick this out?
Like with the money that my mom gave me.
Yeah. Or I mean, like, or, you know, just in the season.
I don't know. When I was little, younger, even now sometimes, I really didn't like spending money. I would just save it up. And then, but I guess I did buy my first phone with that money that I saved up. But I didn't buy it during Christmas time. I bought it during yeah, but I remember going to my friend's house during Christmas time, and that was really fun because their parents would always get me presents, and it was fun to like receive presents from other parents because my mom would always make me bring over food and stuff, but they would actually give us like actual presents, which is really fun. Like I remember I got like a tea set once, and that was really exciting.
Nice.
But yeah, my mom usually just gave me cash for Christmas. Like, here's $50. Do with it.
There you go. Enjoy.
It was fun. Yeah, I remember going to the mall sometimes with my friends, like after Christmas, and we actually are like, do you remember Limited Too?
Of course. Oh my God. And I love that you called it Limited Too, which is its true name, not Justice, when it was rebranded.
It was rebranded to Justice, and now is it rebranded to something else? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know if it exists anymore. I feel like it's gone. But Limited Too was like my jam.
Yeah, Limited Too was like my favorite store, but they have really expensive clothing. Like my friends and I, we would just go in there, and then during Christmas time, we would like get like a shirt or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, Limited Too and like Claire's were like my two go-to mall spots when I was a kid. But yeah, no, that's so cute. Like describe to me, like, what is like your Christmas holiday season like? Tell me, like, what's the process of that? Do you guys like decorate at all? Do you ever do anything different? Or is it generally the same and you wait till like New Year's to kind of celebrate that?
Yeah, we kind of mostly just wait till New Year's, but my mom always bundle my Christmas gift and my birthday gift because I'm born January 5th. So she always bundle that together. So sometimes I would get like, if I'm getting like $20 for Christmas, maybe she'll give me another 30 for my birthday. She'll give me $50. And then sometimes it would be like 50 and 50. So she'll give me $100.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So like if like New Year's is like more your like celebration period, like what is your like celebration period?
My mom just makes like a ton of food, like tons of New Year's food. And then we would go and if I'm in Taiwan, I would go to the temple with my family and we would do like the Buddhist version of like Sunday Mass.
Cool. Oh, that's really cool. Mm-hmm. What is the Buddhist temple like? Like, especially on a holiday like that, I'm sure it's very busy.
It's very busy. Yeah, it's very busy. Yeah. There's like a lot of people around. And you know how they're like holiday Catholics?
Mm-hmm.
There are
that's what we would have been. That's what we would have been when I was a kid.
Yeah, there are also some people who only go to the temple during the holidays. So yeah, it's always very busy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of busy, Maya and I, we're going to segue towards, so Maya didn't do this. It was mostly me, but we wanted to talk about some fun gift guides. Portland Northwest 23rd Street.
Mm-hmm.
And just like fun gifts you can get for your friends any time of the year. It doesn't have to be exactly holiday specific.
Yeah, we just wanted to spotlight some
by the
local.
time you come to Portland, some of these shops could have already been closed. So you never know.
We are knocking on wood that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of cool like local shops. Claire went in person. I found a bunch of local shops that ship out so that if you are not a Portland local, you can still get the stuff and like see what we're talking about. So Claire's going to cover the on foot in person and I'll give you the online options.
Yeah. So the first one is Live Your Color INC. It's called LYC Japanese Artisans Gift. It's on 904 Northwest 23rd Avenue. And they're a Japanese tea shop. They do also tea ceremony events. I think would be really fun to like take like a couple of girlfriends with you and go do like taste some Japanese tea and some Japanese sweets. And they also sell really fun knickknacks, like really cool earrings and like Totoro like tablecloths and like and washcloths and stuff like that. And overall, it's just like a really nice little gift shop. A lot of people will like.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a place to check out, especially now. Like, as of the release of this recording, it's still fairly new. Yeah. And it is, I haven't been in person, but Claire went and showed me her videos. It looks absolutely adorable. There are so many cute little knickknacks. Like, also a lot of otter and animal merch. So if you have any friends who really like that stuff, that's totally the place to go.
Yeah, so the second place is called Tender Loving Empire, and they are a Portland-based shop. So all of their merchandise are handmade Portland locos. And so it's really, really fun. It's a little bit expensive. Like I said, it's like handmade artisan, locally sourced. So it's a little bit expensive, but they have really nice like perfumes. They have a lot of home goods stuff. Like they have little candles and like some like wooden spoons and like also tablecloth. And they also sell like little earrings, and they also sell animal toys, like pet toys. Like I got Snuggle a little like TP tent that she really loves from there. They always do sales. So like usually sometimes near the Christmas time or like at New Year's time, they have like a 40% off sale. So that's like a good time to go in and buy.
Totally.
Yeah. And then our third place I'm going to introduce is, I don't know how to exactly say this, but it's IPNOSI. It's a really cute clothing shop. I got Maya a cat sweater from there last year.
I get compliments on it all the time. Like literally people stop me. They're like, did you get that on 23rd? And I didn't even know, but the answer was yes.
Yeah. And they have a couple of different versions of the cat print. They also have them in a tote bag and like a little dress. And they also sell these really cute little mushroom earrings.
Oh my God, those were adorable. No, they had such cute little, like, sweet little gifts. I mean, like, these spots that you found, Claire, are, like, really perfect for, like, stocking stuffers, like, really adorable. Yeah. Locally made and, like, handmade, like, Portland-based things. Like, you are supporting a small business and an artist when you're, like, going and getting these things. Is that your last one?
Well, I guess another one would be Pinky's.
Oh, yeah, gotta
like
spotlight
a tattoo shop / handmade little knickknack shop. Also on 23rd Street.
You can find some of the finest rings there, given the right time and place.
Look, actually, they're not there right now.
Given the right time.
Some flower rings at that shop, so. But they also do tattoos there.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like a local PacSun where they will tattoo you in the back if you want. It's kind of awesome. Okay, so then I went online and I said, where can I, like on 23rd, what are some like of these establishments, these local spots that have online presences where you can actually like go and ship stuff out? Like if you have, I picked some weird ones. Claire caught you covered with like the sweet and traditional adorable gifts. I'm going to give you some weird stuff. Picked Paxton Gate, which is a taxidermy shop on 23rd. And it basically has like all things, pretty much anything you can imagine taxidermy they have. And they can ship it out from wherever you want to wherever you want. So
yes, I bought my carnivorous plants from there.
Yes. No, they're little divas. It was funny. I actually saw a Facebook post of someone who was like, I just bought my first carnivorous plants, and everybody was like, they're gonna die. That's just how it goes. Your first carnivorous plant dies. Carnivorous plants are divas. But yes, no, rest in peace, my beloved carnivorous plant. Paxton Gate is really interesting because it's very like curated. I mean, it all is like weird bones, taxidermy stuff. So if you're not into that, it's not going to be for you. But if you're kind of fascinated by that, they've got a lot of like macabre accessories and like it's very dark academia. If you have any friends who are like witchy, that's like totally an awesome resource for you to go check out. And they have a website that's Paxton Gate. And then the second one that I chose was Hip Hound because Hip Hound is one of Claire's frequent spots that she will go and she will pick stuff up for both Snuggle and my cats. And my cats absolutely love everything she brings in. So like it is just kind of like this really cool local space. I got their first water from there and it was so cute. I broke it. That was my fault, not Hip Hound's fault, but it was really cute. They've got some amazing little things there for pets. So like pretty much all of your dog and cat needs are going to be found there. But yeah, any animals in your life you want to get gifts for. And then my last one was Mud Puddle, which Claire and I actually went to last year. And so this one's more for like the kids, anybody that you want to like get. Like I saw the cutest little thing on their site. They had like a Lunchable, like you know how they have like toy foods.
They also sell astronaut ice cream.
Yeah, so like lots of like fun little random kids things that like you probably wouldn't find like anywhere else. Like if I'm like, where else would you try and find astronaut ice cream like within a 10-mile radius? So like I don't know. I think that's the place to go. So yeah, like there are some really really fun spots nearby. I hope everyone's holiday season has been going awesome. Same with you, Claire. I hope everything's been going awesome. Is there anything else you want to bring up?
I guess just like happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah.
And we're excited for the new year. Like, I am so happy that this year's over.
It's been a year.
2024 has not been our year.
It has not. Okay, yes, that's a really good point. Let's take a minute and be like, okay, thanks this year for having happened.
Thank you this year for nothing.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for ending. We're very excited for the new year to start. New clean slate, new best wishes, all good things. Happy holidays. Thanks for sticking with us. It's been so awesome to like do this holiday season. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Claire.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. And we'll see you next time when we talk about our New Year's resolutions.
We sure will. Bye.
Tune in next week for more fun convos, and don't forget to follow us at Walter's Rear Window on Instagram for updates.